Good afternoon and assalamu alaikum, everybody. We'll start the class very soon. But Mr. iPhone, you have to change your name and come with the original name, right? I'm removing you right now. Come with your registered name, or you can go on your own as well if you want. Okay, all right, students. So, in the last class, um, we covered the chapter, okay, that is capacity utilization, and I did share a question with you as well. So now you can attempt it and then you can send it to me. I'll see how you go about it. It's a 16-mark question. Now we are moving forward, but before that, I actually intentionally skipped one of the concept. In fact, a very small topic as far as A2 syllabus is concerned, and that is enterprise resource planning. So we will cover it up in this class quickly, and then we'll move on to the next chapter, right? Um, okay, let me share the screen now. Okay, just a minute.
सर
Yes, please.
सर आप रिकॉर्ड कर रहे हैं क्लासेस
जी रिकॉर्ड हो रही हैं.
तो नहीं मतलब
रिकॉर्ड
आप
कर
पोस्ट
रहा हूँ.
करेंगे
अभी
यूट्यूब पे
अभी तक मैं यूट्यूब पे नहीं डाला, लेकिन मैं आई एम थिंकिंग ओवर इट. ओके
सर
एंड
वो रोमा का ना जूम का अकाउंट नहीं था तो बना रही है आईफोन उसका था
अच्छा, आईफोन अगर उसका है तो ठीक है. रोमा ये करे कि नाम तो अपना रोमा कर लेना
नहीं सर
आईफोन
वो
की जगह
उसका
पे.
ना अकाउंट है ही नहीं वो ऑटोमेटिकली बस जूम से खुद ही से साइन इन हो रहा था तो वो अकाउंट बना रही है तो फिर वो करेगी
अच्छा चलो, आप कह दो फिर रोमा से, कोई नहीं कि आईफोन से फिलहाल आ जाए. तो मैं रोमा को ठीक है एडमिट कर लेता हूँ.
ठीक है ओके
ओके ऑल राइट.
सर
जी जी बोलें.
सर आप ऐसे करें, आप हमारी अटेंडेंस लगा दें, हम बाद में रिकॉर्डेड क्लास देख.
हाँ जी, ये कौन बोल रहा है जी?
सर जिनके नाम लिखे हुए हैं वही बोल रहे हैं.
नहीं नाम तो लिखे हुए हैं. अभी ना एक मिनट, जस्ट ए मिनट.
सर एक्चुअली मैं तलाल और अरूज इकट्ठे हैं इसलिए हम लोग वो क्लास ले रहे थे. लेकिन
अच्छा
अब हम लोग मतलब थोड़े बिजी
अरूज
हैं तो ऐसा कर लें कि आप हमारी अटेंडेंस लगा दें.
अच्छा, आपकी अटेंडेंस अरूज तैयबन तलाल. अच्छा, कोई क्लास था, कोई इशू है इन वन ऑफ द क्लास, इट्स फाइन, आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड. लेकिन मैं अभी आपकी अटेंडेंस तो मैं अभी लगा देता हूँ, एक मिनट. लेकिन अब जो शेयर करना है वो मैं अभी श्योर नहीं हूँ. मैं आई सी टू इट, उसके बाद मैं देखता हूँ,
सर
क्योंकि
चलिए वो कर
अटेंडेंस मैं
लेना आप
आपकी
अभी.
लगा देता हूँ.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम सर.
जस्ट होल्ड ऑन. जी वालेकुम सलाम. जी तलाल, आप बाजार में खड़े हैं?
जी सर,
आपका
मेरी बात
आपने
सुने।
आपने
हम लोग गाड़ी में हैं फिलहाल, हम लोग स्पीकर पे एक ही मोबाइल पे 3 आपकी क्लास सुन लेते हैं, ठीक है?
अच्छा, मुझे लग रहा था आप शायद बाजार में आपने नान टिक्की लगाई हुई है, शोर ऐसे आ रहा था। अच्छा खैर एनीवे, ऑल राइट, आप अभी वेट करो, आप वेट करो, मैं आपकी अटेंडेंस लगा लेता हूँ, 1 मिनट, जस्ट अ मिनट।
सर जी कभी फेरा लाना साढ़े दार ना शामी, ठीक है सर?
ठीक है भैया, ठीक है जी,
आप अटेंडेंस लगा दें। अल्लाह हाफिज सर।
लगा दिए,
अल्लाह
लगा
हाफिज
दिए,
सर।
ओके,
3 लोग हैं हम। अल्लाह
खुदा
हाफिज।
हाफिज,
टेक केयर। बाय बाय।
खुदा
थैंक
हाफिज,
यू सर। अल्लाह हाफिज।
खुदा हाफिज।
सर
जी,
रोमा मेरे साथ ही है, उसने अकाउंट बनाया है, वो कह रहा है, वो एरर दे रहा है कि आपने उसे मीटिंग में से निकाला था तो वो दोबारा ऐड नहीं हो रहा, तो हम इकट्ठे ही ले लें।
अच्छा ओके, ऑल राइट, मैं रोमा को प्रेजेंट मार्क कर लूंगा।
ओके, ये बैठी हुई है, बोलो। हाँ सर बैठी हुई हूँ।
अच्छा आप बैठिए, ठीक हो गया, ऑल राइट, ठीक है।
ठीक है,
तबीयत ठीक है आपकी, नाराज तो नहीं है आप?
अब मुझे
वैसे नाराज तो
नहीं
मुझे
सर,
होना
ठीक
चाहिए।
है तो
हाँ
नहीं
वैसे
सर, मैं
एक्चुअली,
नहीं हूँ आपसे। नहीं सर, आप हुए नाराज।
अच्छा मैं हो
सॉरी
जाऊँ, अच्छा
सर।
ठीक है।
नहीं मेरा मतलब
चलें
है
जी, ठीक
सॉरी,
है।
लेकिन हाँ मैं बहुत इरेगुलर हूँ, मुझे पता है, लेकिन अब
हाँ ये
नहीं
ठीक है,
हूँ
यानी
मैं।
कि अच्छा ठीक है, आप ये कह रही हो कि आप तो नाराज नहीं हो क्योंकि मैंने ऐसा कुछ किया नहीं है, लेकिन आप चूंकि आती नहीं हो इसलिए मेरा नाराज होने का राइट है, आप ये कह रही हो। अच्छा ओके, ठीक हो गया, थैंक यू। चलें, ओके, लेट्स सी। So I think okay, so it's almost 2:47 by my watch. So still 3 minutes to go, and after that I won't admit any of the student. All right. So let's start now, and I'll keep on admitting within those 3 minutes. I am sharing the screen now. All right. Now you'll see, yeah, this one, this slide. This is actually a very small concept in A2 syllabus. So it's actually not a whole chapter, but yes, in chapter number 23, 95% belongs to the AS syllabus, right? So only last part of the chapter, that is chapter 23, that is linked with enterprise resource planning. So we'll only be covering that portion of chapter 23. So basically it's not the whole chapter because the rest of the part is in AS syllabus. So we'll talk about chapter 20 ERP, and then we'll move on to the next chapter. Okay, all right. So let's begin now. Now, enterprise resource planning, what is it actually? And we call it ERP. It's a very, sorry, it's a very common technique used by all businesses these days. And what is it? It is basically use of a single computer application or a software to manage all your resources. Now, if you see the name enterprise resource planning, so basically it gives the business the ability to plan their resources, how to use them, when to purchase them, right? With one single computer software or one single computer application. So this actually makes the business very efficient in managing the resources, purchasing the resources as well, and also to meet the deadlines given to the customers as well. So if you see the various aspects it covers, your purchases, again you can do it at the right time when you actually require it, because the software actually tells you when to buy. Okay, or let's say you through that software you send a request to your supplier to arrange a certain quantity of a product or raw material at that time. So the request is sent from that software, right? So obviously it is in written form, so it has a record there with the supplier as well, and it is available with the business as well. Yes, Junaid, you are raising your hand.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम सर।
वालेकुम सलाम।
सर वो मैंने बताना था कि अहमद ना मेरे साथ ही क्लास ले रहा है, मेरे घर आया हुआ है, तो हम इकट्ठे ही एक फोन से क्लास ले रहे हैं।
तो ये अहमर कहाँ से अहमर नदीम साहब कहाँ से आ गए? ये
सर
इनकी
ये साथ ही बैठा हुआ है।
इनकी लगता है तबीयत नहीं ठीक है आज, पता नहीं है आज कैसे क्लास में मेरे आ रहे हैं। तो खैर ग्रुप में एक्टिव होते हैं बस। और मैंने वर्कशीट शेयर की है तो सबसे पहले इन्होंने अपना थम्स अप किया। पहले मैं बेसिक प्रोग्राम करने लगा तो फिर मैंने कहा चले छोड़ें कि क्या कहें इनको।
सर आप हमेशा
अच्छा
मेरी बेइज्जती करते हैं सर।
अच्छा आपकी होती फिर भी नहीं है, कैसी बात है। एनीवे ऑल राइट, तो ओके थैंक यू वेरी मच ओके दैट यू आर देयर। और असाइनमेंट्स अगर आप करेंगे तो आपका ही फायदा है, बार बार कहता हूँ। ऑल राइट, सो नाउ इट मीन्स it helps business to purchase using the software. Request is sent through that software to the supplier, and supplier has a record as well, and the business has a record as well. So there is no confusion whatsoever. So purchases can be done at the right time and of the right quality as well. Similarly, HRM, if you talk about human resource management system, it is also part of ERP. So you can manage your workers as well, because the record of all the workers is there, and it can be accessed through ERP, right? So all managers, board of directors, or top level management, they can access to that record as well. What is the experience of the employee in that organization? Um, so what is the salary package given to the employee? The number of employees. So all can be accessed in a fraction of a second. So you can't say minute. Okay, all right, you can say within a fraction of a minute you can access that data, and it is especially very useful when the business is large and you have thousands of workers working in an organization. Again, sending information to workers becomes very easy, because all employees, they are connected with that software, okay, using their own electronic gadgets or laptops or whatever. So they get the information as soon as it is sent, okay. So information is sent once, and it is available to all workers in the organization at the same time. So in that way, message can be passed quickly to the workers as well, and workers can follow the instructions, and chances of making mistakes, they become remote. And even workers can give the feedback as well through that software. So it can be accessed anywhere. All right, then CRM, that is customer relationship management. Okay, customer relationship management. I told you earlier, these days it's important to make sales, right? It is important to sell your products, but it is even more important to build long-term relationship with your customers. And this is what we call CRM, customer relationship management, because you need to make your customers loyal to you. And once you are successful in building long-term relationship with your customers, they will come time and again to your business to buy items, right? And this is very important, maintaining your old customers, because it does not only help you to maintain sales, it helps you to spread a very good image in the mind of other
सर
people as well. Yeah, please.
सर बहुत
Yes, Rabia.
तेज बोल रहे हैं आप, थोड़ा सा स्लो।
अच्छा, थोड़ा स्लो बोल लेते हैं।
जी
मैं अभी सीआरएम
थैंक यू।
सीआरएम के बारे में बता रहा हूँ ना आपको। तो अच्छा चलिए, मैं टेप को स्लो कर लेता हूँ अपनी। तो कस्टमर रिलेशनशिप मैनेजमेंट में आई टोल्ड यू दैट the focus is to build a long-term relationship with the customers, okay, because it helps you to maintain sales, as well as it actually helps you to spread a very good image in the minds of those people as well who are not your customers. They can become your customers, because good word of mouth is spread by your loyal customers everywhere, okay. So how do you do it? Again, ERP helps in this regard as well. They keep in touch with the changing needs and wants of the people, okay. They can send them emails, they can receive emails from the customers, they can tell customers what is the new product available in the market as far as their product is concerned. So this is how they stay in touch with their customers, and they try to keep on satisfying their changing needs and wants, and this is how they are able to build long-term relationships with their customers. So again, ERP helps a lot in this regard. And you know that through that software you have a you can say an evidence as well, which you can use it in the future as well. You have a record through that software. Okay, now inventory management, again you understand this because you We discussed that in AS syllabus. This is about keeping inventory at a desired level. That is, it should not go above the maximum level set by the organization. It should not go below the minimum level set by the organization, because both are not in favor of the business which is being operated. And through that ERP, what do you do? This ERP helps you to maintain the inventory at a desired level. That is in between the maximum and minimum level. Why? How? Like as soon as the stock reaches the maximum level, the software intimates you that now you have touched the maximum level. It means that no more stock is required. Otherwise, the stock will go above the maximum level, and then you know what will happen. You have to store it somewhere, so there will be warehouse cost. The chances of goods getting damaged, goods getting out of date will be there. You know that because you did study that in AS level. Similarly, when your stock is about to reach the minimum level, again software intimates you that now the stock is about to reach within 2 days or within next 3 days again. So again, you know that it's not that easy for humans to remember that. Okay, but software tells you accurately how many days are actually required if you go by the same pace as far as your production is concerned, right? So again, you can give order to your supplier to deliver the goods at the right time so that your inventory level should not go below that level. This is inventory management, and ERP helps in this regard as well. Now think about it. I think you all must have visited medical shops, okay, for taking medicines, right? So you always see whenever you enter and you ask for a certain medicine, they do not look for the medicine. They always see it in the software. Okay, they search it, they type the name, and they sometimes they, madam or sir, it's not available, because that software tells them that the required medicine is not available, right? So this is how, rather than looking for the medicine here and there and taking more time, so the software helps them in this regard, relieve them from the tension of taking more time to find the medicine, whether it is there or not. Okay, so first they find it there. If this, and software tells them, okay, 2 medicines are available or 4 tablets are there, okay, or 1 strip is available. So this is how the software tells them, and then they go to get it to satisfy the customer. So that is why, and this is actually part of ERP, right? So this is how inventory can be managed very easily. All right, then we have warehouse management as well, because ERP has a connection with warehouse as well, because you can come to know how much inventory is there. So, what capacity of warehouse will be required there as well? Because if warehouse is there, see, okay, so it means that how many goods are, for example, sometimes it happens that in a warehouse you perform different tasks. Like let's say packaging task is sometimes performed in the warehouse, so you can uh, mm, mm, keep updated that what is the actual status of the production, whether they are packed or not. Again, it can be told by the the information can be given by the ERP to the management, that now these products are completed in all respects along with their packaging, and they are ready for sale. And the other items which are there in inventory, they are right now in a particular phase. Like let's say there are 3 phases: phase 1, 2, 3. So there are phase 2 or phase 1 or phase 3. This is how the management can control the warehouse as well, because warehouse is not only to store goods, it is used to perform different operations on those products as well. Then e-commerce is there. Again, e-commerce, again, you know about it. E-commerce is buying and selling through internet. You know that, buying and selling through internet. Okay, so ERP helps you in that as well, because it connects the business with the outside world through the internet. Okay, so then the business is able to get the request from the customers, and then can supply it to the customers using the same platform. Okay, and obviously after on they have to deliver it to the customer's place, but they can communicate with the customer, and they can uh, mm, mm, have the sales done. Like the customer can pay through with the help of credit card or debit card, and once the payment is made, the goods are delivered to the customer's place. So again, ERP helps in this regard as well. Then finance is there again. ERP helps you to see how much finance is there. We actually have stressed, actually lay down a great stress as far as cash is concerned or working capital is concerned, because you have to meet your expenses on daily basis, right? So for that you need to manage finance, whether you have right amount of finance to meet your daily expenses, payment of wages to workers, or payment of raw material to supplier, or payment of utility bills, right? So for that again, ERP can keep a track record of what amount of ready cash is available with the business, so that business can feel, or the owner or the management can feel satisfied that yes, we have the required amount of cash available, even if there is a sudden or unforeseen expenditure occurs. Then sales is there, so you keep a record of sales as well, because obviously when you sell goods, you keep a record of finished goods as well. So when finished goods are sold, so obviously the ERP tells that now the finished goods, the inventory of finished goods is going down, and how many goods have been sold, they inform the management about it as well. So you can see, now imagine there are many departments in a business. There is operations department, there is human resource management department, human resource department, there is finance department, there is marketing department, right? So all departments are interlinked using that software, and that means that departments can coordinate with one another using the same software, because all employees, all heads, all managers, they have their username and password with them, so they can use that software by entering their username and password, and can send information to their counterparts. Let's say another sales manager sending information to finance manager, or finance manager sending information to HR manager. This is how it is done. So coordination becomes easier without actually having a meeting, physical meeting. They can actually communicate with one another using the software as well. And you know that a business cannot be successful without effective coordination with all departments, because if one department is progressing, it doesn't mean that business can progress. Business can only progress when all departments, they are able to meet their targets, and for that all departments must support one another, and for that coordination is required. And for effective coordination, ERP plays a vital role in this regard. Okay, all right. Now, any question regarding ERP or enterprise resource planning? What is it, or what is the importance of it? Anybody, you are most welcome.
सर मुझे ये CRM का नहीं समझ आया.
CRM, okay, all right. CRM is customer relationship management. So I told you earlier, these days businesses, they do not only focus on selling their goods, they actually want to retain customers as well. Once customer comes to their shop, for example, so that customer must come again and again. So they want to retain their customers by making that customer loyal to the business. And for that, you need to stay in touch with the customer. You need to inform them with your latest updates, with the product modifications, with the price of different price offers you are making. So in that way, if you are informing customers, so customer may feel that now they are taking care of my requirements, or I am important to them, or my requirements are being fulfilled by this business only, because they are in continuously touch with me. So this is how they are able to build a long-term relationship with their customer. This is actually more important these days, where there is so much competition there everywhere, because now every single business is facing competition with all other businesses in other parts of the world because of globalization. We discussed it. Okay, so that's why it becomes very important, that doesn't matter whether you get more customer or not, but your old customers should not leave you. Abdullah, got it?
Yes sir.
All right, so moving onwards, about ERP. All right, now we'll talk about, okay, ERP is the name, Enterprise Resource Planning. Now, it is the use of complete system or computer application to plan the purchase and use of resources in an organization. The purpose is to improve the efficiency of operations, through a shared database that links all the functional departments together. So whatever the database which is available, either it is related with the inventory, either it is related with staff members, either it is related with sales, finance. Okay, so it is a shared database. Every department or every member of the department can access that. So this is how they can share information as well whenever they want. So it actually increases the operational efficiency. Operational efficiency means uh, the way the organization or the business delivers their products or provide their services. So they actually are able to achieve efficiency in it. They are able to do it in much less time, and the quality level also can be enhanced because now all are coordinating together. I'm talking about different departments. Now, advantages of ERP, quickly see it because now you know about ERP. Um, Ramesh is trying to enter, but I will not allow him, right? So do tell him. Okay, supply according to demand. Again, stock control, inventory control, I discussed it. So I'm not going to discuss it again, right? So you know that how you go about it. Then just in time ordering of stock, again you know about just in time, where you do not you know that in first point you keep a stock according to the demand, right? You when you see that peak season is coming in, so you actually keep a high level of inventory, but it should not go above your maximum level, and that is actually told to you by the ERP. Okay, next is just in time, that is you do not keep a stock, right? So what do you do then? You actually wait for the customer's order. As soon as customer gives you an order, you give an order to your supplier, right? For example, supplier takes 2 days and the production takes, let's say, 8 days. So you give the customer 10 days. Okay, 2 days for the goods to be delivered at your place, and then 8 further days to perform operations on that raw material to produce the desired products. So this is how it is done, na GIT. So actually, stock is not kept, not much stock. Only that inventory will be there, which is
सर
going to be used. जी please.
सर रमेश कह रहा है कि उसको आने दें, वो बड़ी देर बाद आया, उसका मैसेज आ रहा है.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल नहीं. ऑल राइट, जस्ट इन टाइम, और दोबारा इसके बारे में बात नहीं करनी है आपने. ऑल राइट, जस्ट इन टाइम ऑर्डरिंग ऑफ स्टॉक आपने जेन में रखना है. तो वही आपको बता रहा हूँ कि उसमें यू विल ओनली हैव दैट सॉर्ट ऑफ इन्वेंट्री विच इज गोइंग टू बी यूज्ड इमीडिएटली, क्योंकि आपने जो ऑर्डर मंगवाया है रॉ मटेरियल का, वो प्रोडक्शन उतने मंगवाया है जो प्रोडक्शन में इस्तेमाल हो जाना है. तो विद इन कमिंग डेज, लेट्स से 7 days टाइम और 8 days टाइम, इट विल बी कंज्यूम्ड. देन देयर विल बी नो स्टॉक लेफ्ट in the warehouse or in the factory. So again, ERP helps you a lot in that regard. How? Just in time order. Why? Because you need to. Now the question is, sir, we do not keep an inventory. What is the use of ERP there? The use is because you have to inform your supplier quickly, because you do not have any raw material available. So it means if the supplier delays sending the raw material, you will be in trouble. You won't be able to meet the deadline. Even 1 day delay will be, you say, very bad for you. Like the customer may not buy because the deadline hasn't met. So because of using that software, you quickly send the information to the supplier, as I told you earlier, right? So complete information along with the level of quality, level of quantity is sent to the supplier. Supplier understands it, and supplier can respond if there is some confusion left. Okay, so in that way, immediate messages can be passed, information can be sent and received, and then the supplier can respond immediately and will deliver the goods at the time or to the business, so that business can meet the deadline given to the customer. Then materials and products are tracked at all stages. Yes, this is again very important. Like for example, you have raw material. Okay, so now you are converting raw material into finished goods, but still some goods are half finished. We call it work in progress. You know that goods which are half done, we call it work in progress. Okay, and some goods are at the final stage or they are finished. as complete products. Okay, so you can have raw material, you can have work in progress, and you can have finished products as well. So it's not that easy to keep a track record of it. So ERP tells you each and everything, how many operations have been performed on how many items and they are finished, how many items or what sort of operations are have not been performed on certain items and they are in work in progress, and what amount of raw material is there as well, right? So in that way you can actually check the progress of the operations as well, whether you will be able to meet the deadline or not. Why? Because you can easily see that whether the operations are being performed in the same manner you wanted, like the same time is being taken, or there is some issue. So if you think that the operations are quite slow to be performed and not enough goods are being completed, so you can address to that issue as well, because the ERP will tell you that whether the goods are at the right stage at the right time or not. आपने देखा है तो let's say 2 days are left and all goods are at work in progress. So it means that you will employ more people in that area so that quickly all those goods which are actually stuck in work in progress, they can be shifted to the final stage and can be sent to the customers at the right time as finished products. So this is how ERP can guide you, and day by day information even can be accessed through ERP about the products and at what stage the product is being operated. And we call it supply chain management. And I will talk about it because this is actually another concept which you need to understand, supply chain management. So I'll talk about it later. Okay. Now, improve delivery times and better customer service. Again, you understand because you know your deadline, the ERP is helping you out, and you are having a contact with your customer, with your supplier, and you are able to meet the deadline and by delivering the goods to the doorstep of the customer at the usual agreed time or day, whatever. Okay, better coordination between departments. I have discussed it. I'm not going to discuss that at all because you need to develop it later. You know that. Efficient management information system. Now, what is it? Efficient management information system. Okay, all right. Actually, I can tell you once I was a student in a university, so there was actually a course about MIS, Management Information System. Why I actually know that course? Because I had to um, cover all the course by myself. Reason is because the teacher was not good at all. In fact, I was not able to understand anything. Even in fact, the whole class was not able to understand anything. I'm telling you, I was a scholarship holder at that time, but still I was not able to understand anything. Whatever is being talked about was talked about in the class. Okay, and same was the case with the class as well. But then I did study on my own from the book, and then I realized that yes, I can have a grab on those concepts as well. That's why I really know about it. Management information system, as the name suggests, a system which helps the management to send information and to receive information. Why to send information? Obviously, you need to send information to the customers, to the suppliers, to and more importantly to the employees, because employees are your real asset. If they do not know what needs to be done, if they do not know about the clear instructions, everything can be in a mess, right? Bad image, unable to meet demands, wrong requisition of the raw material to supplier. So it will be in a complete mess in that case. So ERP can act as a management information system as well, because the database is shared and all people in the business, doesn't matter in whatever department they are interconnected with one another, interlinked with one another. So information can be spread easily, quickly, and in compact form to everybody who is there in the organization. Doesn't matter how remote the person is. Even if one employee is in another country, still you can use the same software if it is connected with the internet to spread information to those employees as well. So efficient management information system means that such a system which actually helps the business to spread information and to receive information in the minimum time possible. Okay, and that is obviously the target of every business to send important information as quickly as possible to the intended person. That is why we call it efficient management information system. And you can imagine why it is important to send information timely to the customer, why it is important to send timely information to the supplier, and why it is important to send it to the workers as well. You can understand what could be the problems. Customer, if you won't take the customer into confidence, do not inform the customer what is happening and whether you will be able to meet the deadline or not, so customer will be annoyed. Similarly, supplier doesn't know anything about, if for example you want to make changes in the order you sent to the supplier, again you need to inform the supplier quickly, so that supplier should not start producing those products. But once they produce it, obviously you will have to pay the cost. They won't, if they are not up to the mark or they are not of the required quality demanded by the customers. And similarly, employees, if they are not clear, they can make a mistake. They may produce a wrong quality product. They may produce a wrong quantity of a product. Huh? So it can increase the cost of the business to a very high level. And apart from that, bad image, bad reputation will result it into it as well. All right. So last is forecasting sales and predicting future staffing needs. You know that in face-to-face class we talked about sales forecasting, right? There is a complete chapter over it. ERP can help it out as well. That how forecasting sales can be helped out, because in ERP there is actually a feature there where you can forecast that, like for example you can show the trend of the sales in the past, and then you can ask the ERP to predict what amount of sales will happen in the future as well. Okay, so in that way you can use that as well, but you cannot completely rely on ERP, but at least it gives you some idea whether to increase your capacity or to reduce it. So for example, if ERP tells you that you would need to increase your capacity, then you can have better workforce planning. And workforce planning is future staff needs, you know that. And future staffing needs are what? That is how much quantity of workers will be required in the future and how much quality of workers will be required in the future. Okay, Yashva is trying to enter. So please, Yashva, as well, that now it's almost the end. So I think Yashva was there or not? Anybody can tell me? I have taken the screenshot, but I am not clear whether Yashva was there or not. All right. Okay. So now it means you will be able to hire the right amount of people in the future, and you'll be able to have right amount of skilled workers as well, because you will provide the necessary training depending on how much sales is going to happen in the future. So ERP helps you in this regard as well. Now see the disadvantages as well, and then okay, and then I'll talk about the supply chain. Okay, disadvantages: the cost of database and computer system. Yeah, that can be a significant amount, because computers will be available in the organization and it will be in the access of every employee. So obviously you require quite a large number of computers if your business is big, right? So like in offices and departments, even in factory area, so it requires a significant cost. Second, one common system and other effective and useful system have to be given up. Now, what is it? Now, sometimes you feel that the the software is not giving you all the options, and manually you might be able to figure it out in a much better way. Yes, it can take more time, but you know the software always give you those sort of options. Okay, which the software can offer you, like the softwares are programmed in a certain